Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. It's the Entrepreneurs here, and today what we'll be doing is we'll be continuing our Investing with Max series. If you guys have not watched the previous video, I highly suggest you guys go watch that. Now, as a disclaimer, this is just for educational purposes only, and if you're looking for financial advice, I highly suggest you guys seek out a registered financial advisor. If that makes sense, let's get started. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. Today, what we'll be doing is we'll be looking at GME, AMC, we'll look at Namaste and Rib Capital. I'm just gonna make myself bigger as usual here. All right, so basically I wanna show you guys Rib Capital here. So as you can see here, it's actually kind of like it's red now because they basically went to a different exchange, and with that being said, they're in the CSE now instead of TXP in the Canadian Stock Exchange, right? So let me just go show you in Rib Capital, and you can see here that a lot of the comments here are, what the heck is happening here, good investment and down 13%. So some people are frustrated, right? Because it was at like high of $3 in February, right? February 16, you can see there on the left side here. And basically, it's from let's say from almost 350 to now a $1.47, right? So that's a huge gap. If you would have bought in at 350, it would have been nice if you would have shorted this, but I know a lot of people are going long, and majority of the time, if you're a new investors or even trader, you tend to just do one side, meaning you tend to just go on the long side, or you go bullish, and you don't normally do the shorting, because shorting has more risks. But at the same time, if you know that, hey, the stock is going down lower and lower, then you have that potential to short sell the stocks. All right, so yeah, I wanted to show you here. You can see here on August 20th, you can see that new listing Rib Capital. You can see here that CSE Bulletin News listing Rib Capital Inc. Rib, and you can see that here the common shares action and 142 million numbers of securities issued, then reserved 9 million, almost 10 million, and CSE, then all that good stuff, right? So if you read this, it'll tell you that Rev Capital has moved over to CSE again, so that they can go to the US market, because that's what they're aiming for, is because the CSE has less restriction when you're going to the US market. And these guys, that's what they want to do, Rev Capital. So if I go, all right, let's go back. And yeah, so that was August 20th. So not much action going on here, just people. You can even see here there's only one online, and it's probably just me. Normally, if you see the stock or there's a lot of hype in a specific industry or a specific stock, you'll normally see this online go up. I've seen this before when the online users were like, let's say 100 people, and they're just chattering, and you just get a bunch of notification that people are commenting, messaging, and putting in their opinions in the chat here. But yeah, normally right now, because it's on a downtrend, people don't want to comment, too much energy and stuff like that. I guess people are just coming back from vacation, right? Because like what I was saying before, it was a summer lull, and normally I see this is the stock tend to go down lower and lower in the summertime, especially in the cannabis industry. Don't get me wrong, there's other industry that it goes up, but for some reason in the Canadian market for cannabis, for CBD or for marijuana, whatever you want to call it, seems to go down, right? So that's something to know. And I've been in this industry ever since 2016, and I've seen it time and time again. Same cyclical kind of patterns that we see. And yeah, so okay, so going back to Rev Capital, I'll just show you guys here. I'm just gonna, Yeah, you can see here that's not there anymore, right? But what you can do is I could go here. I'll just put search Rip Capital, and you can see Rip Capital. So it's this one here, CSE. I click on this, then you can see the new chart. And normally it's so hard to chart when it just starts like this, like you don't see the up and down and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to chart when it's either IPO, a new stock that's going into the market, because you don't have data and you don't know how the market is going to react, or if it's like this, they move over to a different exchange. So now you're going to have to start from when they, so I guess here August 23rd, right? Then now you just got to chart this to see, okay, are you seeing a pattern right now? So the only pattern that I'm seeing right now is basically it's on a downtrend. And you can see here that the volume, it's not much, 5K, 5K, right? So from 23rd, 24th, then after that, it's kind of spiked in the 25th, and that's its normal volume for Canopy Rivers. Then if I go to on the 26th, 199. So yeah, that's about average for the volumes. Normally, I noticed that for Canopy, I guess Rev Capital, I always call it Canopy Rivers because I'm so used to it. But yeah, for Rev Capital, that the volume is around 100K to like 300 to 400K. That's what I noticed is the normal volume. So anything that's less than that, like here, it's pretty low. Here 165, here is 350, that's normal. Here is 61, so that's really low. And here is 226K of volume, right? So, and you can see here that now it's trading at $1.47. And I was showing you earlier in February that it was trading at basically $3 and almost like 50 cents, right? But now that's how the market works. That's why it's important to always cash your gain, because if you don't, you're gonna see let's say you're up, you're gonna see the cash go up. Then after that, if you don't do it, you don't take any action, and especially if you're going short term, you can probably lose that opportunity. But if you're looking for long term, you don't care about maybe 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and you basically put your money in Canopy River and you wait for 10 years, you never know. It might go up, it might go down, right? But majority of the time, especially if your industry is new and also like you're starting a new business, majority of the businesses fail. I can't remember what the statistics are, but I think it's 9 out of 10 times business will fail within the first 5 years of their business, right? So if you can pass that, then that's really good. Okay, so yeah, that's Rev Capital. So I can't really show you guys any charting here, but other than that, it basically went to a new stock exchange. Then now you can see it change. I guess it's been on a downtrend for quite some time, but September is coming. I guess it's September now, but I mean September, November, December. So it's I noticed around that time it'll probably, what I can anticipate is it'll consolidate, and once we hear some great news or even some catalyst, it doesn't have to be great news, but some catalyst, we might be able to see the stock move up. And the biggest catalyst that I can tell you right now is that in the Canadian market, especially in the federal, is that there's going to be an election going. So let me just do a quick Google search. When is the election for Canada for the Prime Minister? So I believe it's in September 20th. So you can see here, make sure you know where and when, the way to vote, get ready for the federal election on Monday, September 20th. So that's a big catalyst. So especially from the Trudeau's government, right? They were pro cannabis. So they legalized basically cannabis, right? So if a new power takes over, what's going to happen? Is there going to be a new policy that's going to be in place, or is it going to stay the same? Who knows, right? So I know there's a lot of people speculating that the stock potentially after the September 20th, the stock might tank because uncertainty and also fear potentially, right? So a lot of people are just waiting for that, and they might just load up, but you can't really say, right? We're just speculating now. So that's a big event that I wanted to kind of highlight on September 20th. Yeah, so Canadian federal election. So that's to keep in mind if you're stock trading and if you're looking at world events. So just be cautious about those kind of government uh, events that are gonna be happening. Okay, so the Rev Capital. So yeah, I want to show you guys Namaste, and Namaste just had some corporate news on September 3rd, and that was yesterday on Friday. And basically, what this corporate entails is that, excuse me, is that basically, yeah, they have their SKU called royalty SKU, right? So that's going to be launching pretty soon, and basically share issuance related to Canmart. So Canmart is basically what they call I guess more of where they make or produce or hold their products, right? And you can see here that the acquisition is remaining 49% interest for the lab. So they want to purchase some of the shares of that Canmart labs, right? And RSU grants. And yeah, this one is basically what they're talking about is for the what do you call it, for the board members to get compensated for 1.66 million of vested restricted shares. So what that means is basically if the stock goes down, then they basically get a pay cut, right? So what they want to do is they want to get the board members to actually make, I guess, not make the business do well, but have invested business. So basically putting skin in the game, right? So if you have skin in the game, then majority of the time you want to see the company do well, and you want to get rewarded for those success that you have in the business. And yeah, I just want to show you guys that because they talk about that in Stockhouse. So if I scroll down here, people are talking about it. So you can see here directors will get 40% wage in shares, so and better options for them, so they get better paid for those jobs. Expect stock price to rise substantially. So basically, yeah, this guy's just speculating, right? But he's saying that if these guys are getting paid through stocks, right, 43% wages in shares, then they want to make sure if you're getting paid, of course you want the stock to go well so that you can get paid, right? So that's like a lot of people are saying here that that's a good move, them saying that. And the major thing that I wanted to also talk about is this corporate image of Namaste. Ever since the previous CEO, he got let go and stuff like that. There was big publication about that. If you guys want to read it, definitely check it out. It was huge. But the person that co-founded it, Namaste Technologies, he was really good at marketing. And basically, he set up his own YouTube channel, Namaste Technologies YouTube channel, and weekly there would be updates of what's going on with the company internally, externally, and what's down the pipe. So it kind of like resonated with the shareholders because not many companies do that. And that was kind of like of a change of perception of like, okay, here's a company who's really heavily invested with their shareholders, and they want to keep them updated, and a lot of people resonated with that. And that's why the price of Namaste went up to like $3.50, almost $4. So I mean, like, I was able to ride that wave, and luckily I cashed out, right? So in a company, to be successful, yeah, you definitely need to have a great marketing, because if people don't know your products or services, nobody's going to buy it, right? So that's very important. But going over to the corporate repositioning, so this is interesting what they said here. In furtherance of the company's evolution to wellness announced in February 2021, so that's the press release that they had previously, right? The company looks forward to launching soon to be repositioning of its corporate identity as first disclosed in September 2020. So, and they said stay tuned. So that's really interesting, right? So what are they gonna do? Are they gonna be changing the name? Are they gonna be changing their logo? Who knows, right? So that's interesting to me. And with that new change, maybe there might be a new perception of the company, right? So I like how they say stay tuned here because it kind of gets you on a cliffhanger and like, okay, what's gonna go down, right? What's gonna go on? So yeah, that's something to note here. So if you're invested in Namaste already or trading Namaste, right now it's a year low. I think 1 year low because right now it's at 15 cents, 16 cents. If I go to 3 years, okay, so here, let's see, 2019. So that's when the stock was pretty high up. Yeah, so I think if we go infinite, oh, you can't see it. Let me go back here. I'll check Namaste. And let's see if I can go all the way back. I'll do, let's see. Saturday. Let me see if I can change it here. Guess I can't change the time now. What's going on here? Oh, let's see. High, low, lower, high. And you can see the earnings there. Also, they have their earnings November 8, so that's coming up. Oh yeah, and you can see here too. I think TradingView changed their interface. Normally, everything here would be black, and here would be black as well. But it looks like they changed it. I don't know. I don't really like it. I like it all black for like previously. But yeah, now it's just like black in the middle here and white outside. So kind of don't really like that, but that's okay. Okay, so Namaste. So let's go 6 months. 6 months. So I guess they have it here now. 6 months. Let's see here. Oh, I'll go to 1 year. Let's do 5 years. So the last time it like went below 15 cents. So you can see here was around June. Like look at this. Okay, so it was around October 14th, 2014, right? Then from here, then 15. So it's been hovering below, basically around below 15 cents around that time, right? So now this is just me. I'm just speculating, right? So now it's at its lowest. They're making money now. They're a lot better than they were previously in 2014, right? Here in 2014, I believe they're gonna be profitable soon, or maybe they are. I gotta double check that. But anyway, so you look at this. So they're at below 15 cents, right? 15 cents here. November, November, December, January, March. Then after the August, they had a quick spike here. Then they went down. So basically around this time, they've been down. Then around October 2016, then that's when they got the leg up. They went from 15 cents, then all the way to 20 cents, then 20 cents, then it went up to high of almost 36 cents, and from here all the way to basically high of $1.38. So to me, I'm just speculating here that, their business is a lot better now. They have Canmart set up already. They have the platform. They're going to the US market, right? And they're still trading at 15 cents, 15.5, right? So to me, this is a bargain. This is a no-brainer. And if you're looking to, trade this in the next couple months, you might see a pretty good gain. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a gain of 100% in the next few months if you are able to get in here, and if September 20th is a positive news, right? That catalyst that I was talking about, and if we hear some news in the U.S. Entry, or like even the U.S. progression for the legalization federally, and if we hear basically the what we were talking about here before with this, right? Talking about the corporate repositioning and the RSU grant, because the board members will get compensated if the business do well. So to me, just having all that kind of like data, I would definitely put more money in, right? Or I would invest in this company. If this is the first time I've seen Namaste Technologies, then you're like, okay, let me look at the financials. Let me look at, their news feed. Let me look at their corporate image, look at basically Twitter, Facebook, everywhere, just to see how the business is doing. That's what I would do first. Then after that, if I see like, okay, this company is actually, gonna might be the next Amazon, who knows, right? Let me put in X amount of money that I can invest in and that I'm okay to lose. So if you're okay to lose 10K, 20K, 30K, and you want to see your money double or triple or even 10X, then this might be an opportunity that we might see in the next few months or years. As long as they're going to that path of like, they're profitable, they're making money. And I know there is other competition. I know there's in the US, there's a company that just raised money. They're not public, they're private, but they're doing something similar to Namaste Technologies. So that's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. But what I'm saying is that as a stock trader, the last time this stock was around, below 15 cents, let's maybe even this one here. So let's say this one here, well, what did it hit? So I guess the lowest, this one here, is you can see here on the right, 1550, and this was on February 17th when it touched this stock in 1550, right? So February 17th. But before that, everything else was down. But you can definitely see here that it quickly bounced back. Then once it hit that 15.5 low, it basically here, it gapped up, right? So from February 13th, that's when we saw the low. Then after that, on February 21st, so this is a weekly chart. So the 13th, it hit that 15 low. Then next week, it did a gap up to basically all the way to 40 cents, right? So to me, it's a no-brainer, right? But definitely, I'm not a registered financial advisor. This is just me experiencing the stock market from my previous experience, and this is how I learned that, when you see a stock that it's beaten down dramatically, normally it bounced back up. Like for example, what I want to say is that there's a lot of people that were like, will beat the stocks really to the ground. Then after that, they put in money, or they even short it, right? They short the stock so it goes really low. Then after that, they go long afterwards. So they make money both ways. So this is going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. Right now it's September, October, November, December. It's going to be interesting. Then January, February. So we'll see where the stock will be in the next few months, right? So I'll be keeping a close eye on Namaste. Okay, so Namaste Rev. Then after that, let's look at AMC. AMC has been very volatile, even though it's summer, right? A lot of people. So this is not in the cannabis industry. So a lot of people have been trading AMC. I'm still on the what do you call it? The Facebook group and also on Reddit. And a lot of people still are holding strong, right? So it's interesting. And what you can see here is basically it did that, that 1 2 day spike, right? Then now it consolidated, or it is doing a pullback, and once it's doing that pullback, now you can see here that it's forming a cup and handle. So we'll see if this is gonna form a nice pattern of cup and handle when it hits here. Then after that, it goes down a little bit. Then after that, it just skyrockets again. So if you guys have been trading AMC from January, so let's say you got it in January, you probably would have had a nice gain from AMC, right? So that's very exciting for long investors or traders that have caught that and made some pretty good cash. So congrats to them for sure. And yeah, you can see here that this doesn't follow the regular pattern for the cannabis industry, and from here it's been like up June, right? And normally for the cannabis industry, around the summertime, that's where the stock tends to go down and down. And you can see here that it did go down when it peaked in June. Then after that, July, it hit down. Then after that, now it looks like it's recovering, right? So GME, we can see that it's kind of the same pattern. It did a cup and handle. It did a downward drifts, right? But it looks like it's still trying to recover. So we'll be able to see if it's gonna do a two, kind of like a cup and handle, like 1 2. Then if they try to hit this again, if the resistance, right, if they can't break that resistance, then what could happen is it can probably go down and down more, right? So we'll like, this is nice patterns to see just looking at it like this, right? You can see what's going on to see if are you seeing a pattern that we discussed from the previous videos that we had before, or is it like a fake out? If fake out means basically if it hits this and you're seeing a formation of a pattern but it doesn't form, then it does a fake out. Then you gotta keep a close eye on that as well. So yeah, basically that's what's happening right now. AMC, GME, Fire also is gone because they got bought out, right? BLGB, that's still the same here, right? ACB, you can see here that it's just testing the support and resistance. So now it's like hitting the low support and resistance here, and maybe in the next few months, if September 20th is good news, and that catalyst goes pretty well, right? Then we might see a newer higher low and lower high, then a new set of support resistance. So that's going to be exciting to see. So keep a close eye on that. And after that, yeah, just weed. Basically, it's been also the same. It's been downtrending ever since February, right? It's been downtrending. So, and even the volume, it's still stagnant. It's not fluctuating too much, but yeah, you want to see that volume go up and up, because if you see the volume goes up and up, then that's a good sign that there's a lot more interest in the stocks itself. And after that, yeah, basically why I wanted to show you guys is my account. And boy, I'll show you guys what it looks like right now. I was up on Namaste from before, right? And Rev Capital, I was up like 50%, 60%, but because of the summertime, and this is the risk of holding long and not cashing out, because I'm trying to look for bigger gains, and that's what I'm trying to do, is that you can see here this account is down 43% now. So you can see Rev Capital, it's still up 27%, right? 27%, almost 28%, around $280. But my biggest loser is Namaste Technology right now. So it's almost down 50%, and I'm down like 6.7, almost 6.8K. And before I was up like, I think it was like a couple thousand before, right? So 3 4K. But I have a game plan, and I was saying that, you know what, I'm gonna try to make an X amount of dollars for this high reward stocks. All right, so definitely I'll keep you guys updated to see what's going on. But key points here is definitely September 20th for the election for Canada, right? Federal election. So that's going to be very important key. So definitely stay tuned for that, because that's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. And if it's good news, especially for the cannabis industry, you'll likely see the stock rise up again, right? So if not, you might see a lower, higher low, and a lower high. So you might see a new low, right? But for Namaste Technologies, it's been beaten up so bad that I don't foresee it to go down to, like, less than 10 cents. I can't see it, right? But just stay tuned. You just never know what the stock or what the market is going to do. So it's going to be interesting. But I'm definitely going to keep a close eye on that. So definitely stay tuned for my next video. And if that makes sense, or if you guys have any questions, let me know. And yeah, until next time, take care and see you later. Bye.